Hey guys, welcome to Buttercup Blooming Podcast. This is a special one because I have two lovely ladies who are Moon Time sisters in BC. They'll talk about what they are organized of and what they could need your help and improve our country. Take care, you two. It's all
Awesome.
yours.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Alexis. So I'm Carly,
And I'm Neha.
and we have, as of, I want to say around October, November, we started the Moontime Sisters BC chapter. Moontime Sisters is a project under the charity True North Aid in Canada. It has 3 chapters currently. So there's one, the original one was founded by Nicole White in Saskatchewan, a Métis woman who her idea was that people in even northern Saskatchewan and the territories weren't receiving the products, menstrual products, the same way, and things were a lot more expensive for them. And she really wanted to help them out. And in a lot of cases, these were Indigenous communities who already suffer from multiple different ways. So she started in Saskatchewan, followed by Veronica in Ontario, and we decided to start it up on the West Coast.
Yeah. So then, just to talk more about in like BC. So right now we did a little bit. We've sent to 2 communities so far. We've sent 2 shipments, and yeah. So then there's definitely a need here in BC, I would say.
So
Pressuring like Surrey, downtown Surrey, and downtown Vancouver, like the Hastings, and then King George in Surrey. I know it's so bad for shelters and all that.
yeah, no, definitely. We focus a little bit more on like the northern communities, while we try and communicate with other organizations that will also help with places like East Hastings and such that work on things. But we essentially what we do is we collect donations, whether it be financially or physical products. Right now it's a little hard to collect physical packages of products just because we don't really have as many donation spots as we'd like. Ideally we'd hoped for, just because of COVID. And so we collect products like pads and tampons, and we communicate with the community that's in need and send those up to them. We did a large shipment back in early December.
Mm-hmm.
And to that community, and they, to get there, it costs a lot more money to send in products, so we really wanted to help them out.
Yeah, and then we also, for our second shipment, we also tried a new way of transportation, which was flying in. And of course, there's so many costs that come along with this. So as much as we collect donations, we do appreciate the monetary donations just because they do help us take care of the shipping costs, of packaging costs, just because we want to ensure that whatever we're giving to the community is what they need and what they require. And I think that's why it's really important that it's really necessary that we have donations.
Do you guys take like gift cards?
Yeah, we do. The one problem with that really is you can't get a tax receipt in the same way. The official way to get a tax receipt for anyone interested is heading through our website. And from there's a form you can fill out. But if you're interested in even just like cash donation or like an e-transfer or something like simple, like a gift card, we totally accept those. But yeah, the tax receipt is probably the one difference.
Mm-hmm. And then everything can be found on our Instagram. We're pretty big on social media now. So it's just Moontime Sisters BC. And then there's information for our online website that you can donate through. And then, of course, our email, as Carly was mentioning, for e-transfers and for just if you want to send a gift card. And everything is appreciated.
That's good cause because right now with COVID, it is hard for some people to make money or
Yeah,
pay
definitely.
products like that because if they don't get here or have those products, it could get bad for their health in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. And we've had a lot of people even ask, like, why we don't try and focus on sending reusable products like Diva cups and such. And a lot of these communities that Moontime Sisters across Canada finds is there's sometimes the boil water advisories. So reusing products is a lot more difficult. And some people just prefer using one-time products just because they're easy to use. So we've been focusing on that, and I mean every community is slightly different. Every person has a different product they like to use, so that's why we try and collect, like, when we send things, we try and send up as many different types of things as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
good. So, are you with connecting with the other sisters from Ontario and Saskatchewan?
Yeah, we actually, so as Carly mentioned, me and her sort of started the branch out in BC. So it's really nice and it's a great support system that, as Carly was saying, Nicole and Veronica, so they run the Saskatchewan and Ontario branches. And so I think it's really nice for us to have them to kind of help us and guide us through how the process of doing a drive is and all of that. So I think we're all really connected and we kind of know what's happening in each of our chapters. And of course, they know a lot about what's happening in our chapter just because they love providing feedback for how we can improve and how we can ultimately be the most successful.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, it could be more chapters that comes up to you guys too, like in Alberta.
Yeah, we've had definitely had people that are very interested, even like in the States, wanting to help up in Canada just because the situation's different. But the Ontario and Saskatchewan chapters have been around for a few years now, so they've built themselves up really well, and they are able to, in their last drive, we count the amount of tampons and pads that are received, and they received over 100,000, like just amount of products, and they were able to send to I think 15 different communities in Ontario, which is really cool. And we hope that we can kind of expand to that one day, and from there be able to expand into Manitoba and Alberta, which are kind of right in the middle right now of the 3 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to have a BC chapter because BC is very multicultural. So you got First Nations, you got every type of people, and our communities are all over the country, our province.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have the amount of snow necessarily as the crazy weather that they do in Ontario, where some areas are people don't really live. But in BC, you can find communities that are only accessible by boat. And because of that, their prices of everything are 3 times more than what you would find. And I mean, there's only so much we can try to do. So we wanted to target something that we knew is obviously very essential and that we knew we could help with. And a lot of women all can connect to, or anyone who menstruates can connect to the idea of, oh, this is a necessary thing that everyone needs.
Yeah, and I think that's also what contributes to it being such an important cause. Because it's essential as Carly.
And you guys been expanding, or in the future, would you be going into outside the, or like going to the travel to the places?
We've actually had it where in the other chapters, since they've been around before COVID, they've actually driven the products up themselves. And it's definitely something I would love to do, and I think would be a really cool experience. Just right now, it's hard with obviously travel restrictions and such, but hopefully by like next year, by the time we do more drives, we'll be able to bring the products up ourselves and personally see the connection there.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Carly. I think we'd both be really down to do that. And I think, yeah, it's enhancing the connection, and it's also just like, yeah, creating and enhancing the connection.
And pressure right now is like you're kind of stuck in one area. And kind of, okay, let's go, can't take this to here, but let's try download it and move it somewhere else.
Yeah, I think we rely a lot on like mailing services and like air travel just to carry these products, because even I think even in a normal year there are some communities that are so northern up, and it's easier to ship them to there than, but of course I think making the trip out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Any more info, ladies? Because it's all about you right now.
So, just in terms of our like contact information and such, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and even we just have a website through True North Aid. If you for Facebook and Instagram, just look up Moontime Sisters BC, and if you Google Moontime Sisters BC, you'll end up the top result will be the website, and that has a donate link. But our Instagram, we have connections to even like an Amazon wish list where you can buy something off Amazon if you feel more comfortable donating that way than through anything. But we have, I think we have our email up there as well. So if you have any questions, you can message one of the accounts or send us an email. We're pretty quick, I'd say, to get back to you. But yeah, right now we're trying to send up products in early April. So we're collecting donations and such until the end of March.
Yeah.
And I will be adding you guys to my website too for charity. So they can go onto my website. Hopefully by tonight I'll have the logo ready for it to go on there. But it will be on there. So if someone wants to donate money for your charity, they could do it right here.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited.
I'm excited to see what you guys do, because it is amazing that just you two are bringing out and helping other women in BC or other part of the country and helping them to have products that we could get right now on our own.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Any other questions or things you want to ask?
That's it. Yeah.
I think that, yeah, that's really it. But if anyone has any questions, they can obviously contact us. We, since we're quite new to this, we're definitely open to getting suggestions and questions. And then if we can't answer your question, we can direct you even to the other chapters who might have a better idea. Even if you're not located in BC, we can connect you with one of the other chapters to learn more about the entire organization.
Is there more chances for people to join you guys?
Yeah, we're definitely looking for just even community volunteers who are willing to be a drop-off site for products. Or we have had someone contact us saying, I want to do a mini drive at my workplace or my school. and we can just send a bunch of posters, and they can be the lead and then collect all the products from their workplace and then contact us, and that way they're helping, and if it's something where someone wants even volunteer hours doing that, we're totally willing to sign off on things like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because I think it's also because Carly and I are located in different cities. We would love to have more people throughout the Lower Mainland, throughout BC, just to make sure that everyone has access to drop-off locations and everyone can help if they want to.
Yeah. And they could contact me with you guys too, because me and you've been connecting a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
If they want to pass me a message, I'll pass it to you guys. Straightforward. But it's amazing that you guys, just two of you right now, running this and looking for volunteers, looking for community spirit. I know during pageant season, I believe a lot of the pageants will love to be part of it.
That's awesome. We're really excited.
Yeah.
The pageants would dive or like go in there and like, hey, let's help them out. Like a local pageant in BC is Miss BC. Those people could say, oh, I'm doing a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Or I need a title sponsor. They don't have anyone. They could say, oh, I want to be Moontime Sisters. Who knows what they want to be. But like charities, a lot of pageant girls are now looking to or charity part. They might take you guys out.
Yeah.
Because some pageants, people don't know. Charities, certain charities are out there.
Yeah, we're excited for you to be the initial one to start this, and if we can spread the word through pageants, that's actually such a cool opportunity. It's not something we would have thought of.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for reaching out to us about wanting to connect and have us on here. It's a great way to spread the word.
And I think it's an amazing opportunity for Moontime Sisters BC, for our chapter. It's an amazing opportunity. So thank you for my time too.
And there's also a chance for Ontario to connect with those pageant girls too, because there are tons of pageants in Ontario. There are maybe a few here in BC, but Ontario is an amazing hub for pageants. That's where I have 3 times this year if they're letting me go. But it is amazing that I can connect you guys. And lucky I did found you on Facebook. But it is amazing that we could bond and grow.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and with the potential of it, even in other chapters like Ontario, we've communicated a little bit about the fact that we're doing this podcast, and so we're going to keep them updated, and hopefully they'll pop into the scene soon.
Exactly.
And maybe I'll connect with them too and put them on this podcast.
That'd be awesome.
For sure.
Maybe I'll try to connect, like I was thinking, maybe connect all 3 branches on the same time and just go out wild on it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be a future right now, but if anyone wants to help you guys, please do so. Donate money, hunting products for females, all sorts. But they do need it. If you never thought about it, there are people are in crisis right now with money because of COVID. Some people lost jobs, or they're in the tight right now. So just help these guys out, and you never know. And you get
Definitely.
tax rebate or tax receipt.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's a
that's
nice thing about being a part of a big charity is they have that all set up for us, and they'll send you a tax receipt if you're interested, and yeah, it's if you Google it, you'll find it, and in some way, it's pretty easy with all the connections we have between us and Alexis that
Mhm.
you find something.
I have no other things to ask, talk about you two ladies.
I don't think there's anything else. Since
think
we're so new, there's we've kind of fit everything all in. Hopefully,
Yep.
if you have all three chapters, the other ladies will have a lot to talk about. They have a lot of stories, just from doing this for so long.
And when did you guys start it? And how did you guys start it? Between you two.
It's a very interesting story because I think we both found out Moontime Sisters on our own. I think I was interested in starting a chapter in, I would say, August of 2020. And I was sort of communicating with Veronica, who's head of the Ontario chapter. And then as I was slowly getting it going, Carly was on the other side of wanting to start a chapter, and then me and her got connected. So our chapter officially started in like October, I'd say.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because Neha was communicating with the Ontario chapter about starting a BC chapter, but I was communicating with the Saskatchewan chapter. So we didn't meet we didn't know each other before this, but we both were really interested in it.
Mhm.
And we kind of all got together and were like, how can we do this? And I think it's nice that we're not like we don't know each other necessarily very much outside of Moontime Sisters, so we have we live in different cities, so it gives us a lot of space to cover, as well as just different experiences and different passions towards it, and different strengths. Like Neha's a lot better with contacting the communities and such, and I deal more with financials and getting stuff done, deadlines and
background
such.
work. She has everything down to a T. Like, I'm telling you, she's organized.
Yeah, but it's nice. And then there's obviously we talk a lot about the women involved, but we also have some behind the scenes, I'd say, friends and both male and female behind our backs, kind of supporting us. Whether it be through I had my boyfriend packing products like in Ziploc bags and doing the weights of the boxes so he could help me send them, just because I was dealing with other things with Moontime Sisters. And then Neha's friend Sid was working on other things with Moontime Sisters. So even if you're a male, like, totally we're willing to have you get involved. It's supporting women, but anyone can support women, right?
Exactly. Carly said it perfectly.
And you guys are both students.
I'm still in high school. I'm in my graduating year, and then Carly's a little bit older than me.
What high school?
I go to Port Moody in
Nice.
the Tri-Cities.
And you, Carly?
I'm right now at BCIT, doing just working through my degree right now. But since it's online, it gives us a little bit more time right now to dedicate to Moontime Sisters. But it's something that we both want to continue on past for the next few years and grow. And maybe eventually someone else will want to take over for us when we're busy with school. But for right now, it's the two of us kind of dealing with everything and talking a lot about it. And it was something where I was contacting directly with you, Alexis, and I was messaging Neha like, oh my gosh, like, I found this opportunity. Are you willing to do this with me?
So I think it's amazing that, like, I think that especially like almost because we didn't know each other, and now it's like we both have such different like contacts and again interests, and I think it's of course a blessing that we just together we can work really well.
And I know when I talked to you guys, your on Facebook sponsorship, I was like, ooh, what an amazing charity. When I
Yeah.
But it's amazing that you guys doing it on after school, before school, or during school. Been trying not to, but you do. But it is amazing that you two are doing it so strong.
Thank
There
you.
are awards for it. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like community awards.
Yeah, it's one thing that's kind of nice about being young is that the BC chapter kind of has the opportunity to apply for community sponsorships and such. Since we've been busy with school, we haven't really had the opportunity. But as soon as it was like Christmas break, we were doing a bunch of applications and such, and the community support we're hoping to grow. And it's nice because we're in two separate communities, so you can kind of double up on that as well.
Yeah, and I think again we both have such different resources, and I think in the next years we're really looking to grow Moontime Sisters BC and have a good solid team. We can expand our team and just have covered through BC.
How big is the other teams, by chance?
They're both individually run by one woman each. Like Nicole runs Saskatchewan and Veronica runs Ontario, but they have, I want to say Veronica has like 30, 40 women that she has as dedicated volunteers. So they'll do pickups across their own cities in Ontario, and that way they were able to cover a lot of ground. And they're all like community leads, and obviously they don't have as large of a job. We all four of us, Neha, Veronica, Nicole, and I kind of work all the time, no matter whether we're doing a drive or not. And but these women kind of help out twice a year or once a year, depending on the location, and collect products, keep in touch, and then help send them out, which is a lot. It's really helpful when there's only so much of you to go around and a lot of products. So they've been really helpful. And if you check out even the Moontime Sisters Ontario page, they did a drive back in, I'm trying to think, was it
November, maybe?
November, December. And there's a lot of, they had updates, they have people running their different social medias. So if you have something that you want to participate in and you're not sure if it'll help, you can always shoot a message, and anything really helps. Like, everyone has different skills.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just looking at the website now. It's True North Aid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it
Okay, perfect.
on here. So if anyone wants to go to that Facebook or that website, they can. It's easy to Google it. It's Moontime Sisters, and then you go into their website.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to get a hold of us. And then I run the Facebook account, and then Neha runs the Instagram account. So if you're looking for one of us in particular, you can head to the location. But they're pretty similar.
A lot, and so talking to one of us, talking to both of us.
Sure. I don't know who I was talking so much to, but I think it was you, Carly.
Yeah, it was me, but it was a lot of me sending screenshots to Neha and being like, oh, is this, does this work for you? So we have our own chats and stuff, that pretty much everything heads through the both of us, just because two's stronger than one in a lot of situations. And
And there's your website right there for
Yep.
the main branch.
Yeah, that's the main branch. And if you look up Moontime Sisters BC, it'll show up the specific BC one if you're interested in that.
And then got all your info in neat stuff. But it's neat how much you're doing it a lot. Alright, so it kind of sends you guys send pads, tampons, cloth pads, daily miners, reusable products, and on and on and on.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone needs something different, so we always contact the community and kind of ask what they're specifically looking for. Sometimes communities mostly use pads, or sometimes they want reusable stuff, and we try and send up accordingly so nothing gets wasted.
And also just so that they're receiving what they need, because I think it's so important to communicate with them and to ensure that we're not just sending up, we're sending up what they need and what they want.
And then, is that your picture, Carly, on the Moontime Sister BC?
Oh yeah, that was from our first drive. That was me packaging my products in my basement. They pretty much wanted something for the website. I'm like, I have this one picture, and hopefully it'll be updated as we go on. When Neha and I, hopefully we'll actually meet in person one day. We haven't actually met in person due to COVID.
Yeah.
So with OneDrive, soon we'll hopefully get a good picture together or even if we head to a community, be able to take a picture actually in the community.
And together.
Yeah.
So your guys' mission and goals are provide affordable products to women and girls living in Northern communities, promote the power authority of women living in Northern communities, First Nations, organize collection drive packing parties throughout the province of BC, and collect, organize, send products and donations across the world. That's amazing.
The one thing Ontario and Saskatchewan have both done packing parties before where volunteers can come in and help pack products and count them. With COVID, we haven't really been able to do that ourselves, so it's been a lot of
individual work,
individual or family or friends doing that. But hopefully in the future it'll be if someone wants to for a day or whatever help pack products, they can be involved in that too.
For sure.
And then on the website is pretty easy how to donate, because I'm looking at it right now. It does cost a lot more to travel or fly products to part of the country or Canada right now because of, like you say, airline, plane, or water, or both. And transports are very costly in BC. So, and BC is, you go to the island, as some of the islands is like a couple hour boat ride.
Exactly.
And they do not have cheap groceries. Their groceries are expensive. So families who have a tight budget, they can't really prefer buy some of these products. Yeah, that's pretty much I could see.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're hoping that with more experience, everything will have more information following. But if there's any specific questions, contacting anyone was a great idea.
And True North is one of big organizations under the umbrella for Moontime Sisters.
Yeah, we're one of them. I think they support a lot of different charities, and then we're grateful that they support Moontime Sisters.
Nice. And hopefully we'll grow right there.
Thank you so much for having us again.
Thank you to you ladies for coming on here and talking about your charity.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping help you guys out a lot to bring people knowledge that these charities are out there. First, when you're two art students, that is amazing how a young people could do anything their mind to.
Thank you so much.
So thank you all for watching and have a great